Are you looking for the best electric scooters? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best electric scooters on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Gotrax G4. The Gotrax G4 is a tried and tested scooter that has been a popular model for a number of years now. It's available in several different power levels, but for the purpose of this review, we're focusing on the entry-level model, which is the 500W single-motor version, which is available for around $569. Generally, commuting scooters tend to have around 250W 350W of power, so Gotrax's 500W motor is a step up, and is a good option for heavier riders, up to 264 pounds, and those who live in hillier areas. Personally, I prefer a scooter that has a top speed of 20 miles per hour or more. So many scooters are limited to 15.5 miles per hour, and it just feels too sluggish. But the Gotrax G4 hits 20 miles per hour quickly and easily. For reference, I weigh 187 pounds. Dual motor versions of this scooter are available, so for riders who need something more powerful, you can go for the dual 500W or dual 650W motor option. Something I really liked about the G4 is how comfortable the footplate is. The grippy tread makes you feel safe in all weathers. My criticism would be that the combination of the hard pneumatic tires and the lack of suspension do lead to the G4 being a sporty/hard ride, which can be tough on the wrists if you're riding long distances. If suspension is important to you, consider the Gotrax Eclipse. Number 2. Niu K3 Max. I was curious about how well the Niu K3 Max would hold up in terms of performance and comfort, and it definitely surprised me in a lot of ways. First off, the 350W motor with a 700W peak output packs enough punch to get you moving up to 20 miles per hour without breaking a sweat. I did a mix of flat and uphill terrain, and I was impressed by its ability to handle about 20% grade hills. It didn't struggle at all, which is a huge plus if you live in a city with some elevation. On a full charge, I managed to get close to the 31-mile range without worrying about the battery running out, which is perfect for a longer commute or weekend ride. It takes about 6 hours to fully charge, so not too bad if you leave it charging overnight. One feature that really stood out for me was the comfort. The deck is 13% wider than some other models, and that made a noticeable difference in terms of stability. I didn't feel cramped, even when I was standing for longer stretches. The 25% wider handlebars, at 47.3 inches, felt more secure in my grip, especially when navigating through traffic. And those 2.5-inch thick tires? They made the ride so much smoother, even on rougher patches of road. I felt the shock absorption working, and it definitely made the experience more comfortable. When it comes to safety, Niu didn't skimp. The scooter comes with a triple braking system, front and rear disc brakes plus electric braking, which gave me confidence when I needed to stop quickly. The regenerative braking is also a nice touch, helping to recover some energy while you're stopping, which adds a bit to the overall efficiency of the ride. Plus, the scooter has halo headlights and brake lights for better visibility, which I really appreciated when riding at night. Another cool feature is the smart connectivity. With the Niu app, you can lock the scooter, track your ride stats, and customize the speed settings. It's a great way to get a more personalized experience. The LED display on the scooter shows real-time updates on your speed and battery life, which makes it easy to keep an eye on everything. Overall, the Niu K3 Max is a great scooter for anyone looking for a balance between performance and comfort. It's got decent power, a good range, and the added safety features make it a solid choice for city riding. Number 3. iScooter 9.4. The iScooter 9.4 comes with an 800W motor that gives it plenty of power, letting me hit speeds of up to 28 miles per hour and easily cover about 28 miles on a single charge. I took it through different terrains, and the 10-inch off-road tires with dual shock absorbers made sure I was comfortable, even on bumpy paths. One thing I really liked was the height-adjustable handlebar. Being able to adjust it between 44.5 to 52.8 inches made it easy to find a comfortable riding position. And it's foldable, so carrying or storing it is a breeze. However, at 51 pounds, it's a bit on the heavier side, so you might want to keep that in mind if you need to carry it around a lot. The turn signals and ambient lights are great for evening rides, and the Mini Robot app adds a fun element by letting me lock the scooter remotely and adjust settings like speed. If you're in the market for something that offers power, comfort, and practicality, the iScooter 9.4 definitely delivers. Number 4. iScooter. The iScooter electric scooter turned out to be a surprisingly fun and practical ride. I tested the 350W model, and while it's not the most powerful out there, the 19 miles per hour top speed felt zippy enough for commuting without feeling like I was crawling. The acceleration is smooth, and the cruise control feature saved me from holding down the throttle during longer stretches, definitely a nice touch for city riding. One thing I really appreciated was how lightweight it is. At just 26 pounds, folding it up and stashing it in the trunk was easy enough. I could easily see this being useful for quick errands or hopping on public transport. It folds in 3 seconds, according to their website, though, I have to say, it took me a bit longer, so it's perfect for anyone who doesn't want to wrestle with their scooter at the end of the day. The ride itself is decent for a scooter without suspension. The honeycomb tires do an okay job absorbing smaller bumps, though you'll feel it if the road gets rough. What impressed me was the braking system. Having both disc brakes and an anti-lock system made stopping feel controlled and reliable, even when I had to make a sudden stop. Charging didn't feel like a hassle either. It took about 4 hours to top up, and the 18-mile range felt solid for my daily trips. Plus, the Smart app is a neat bonus. I could lock it remotely, adjust the settings, and check battery life, which added some extra peace of mind. Overall, the iScooter hits the sweet spot for convenience and value, especially if you need a lightweight, easy-to-store option for commuting. Just be prepared for a bumpier ride if your streets aren't the smoothest. Number 5. Hurtle. The Hurtle folding electric scooter surprised me with how much power it packs into a sleek, foldable frame. With its 500W brushless motor, it effortlessly tackled inclines up to 20 degrees, yes, even those steep neighborhood hills I usually avoid. It tops out at 19 miles per hour, which feels just fast enough to keep things fun without crossing into nerve-wracking territory. And the range? Depending on the terrain and how much you're carrying, you can get anywhere from 20 to 31 miles, making it a reliable option for commutes or weekend adventures. One of my favorite features is the triple braking system. The front drum and rear disc brakes combined with the EABS system gave me confidence when riding through city streets, especially when quick stops were needed. The ride itself is smooth, thanks to the 10-inch pneumatic tires that absorb most of the bumps, making even rougher roads feel manageable. I also appreciated the dual shock absorbers. My back thanked me after. The Tuya app control was a neat touch, letting me lock/unlock the scooter and keep an eye on battery life and mileage. The cruise control was a nice break for longer rides. The high-resolution LCD display is clear and easy to read, showing everything from speed to headlight status. And speaking of the headlight, it's bright enough to make evening rides safer, with a red taillight that warns others when braking. Weighing in at just over 55 pounds, the scooter is heavier than some, but the folding mechanism makes it easy to carry and store. Whether you're tucking it into a trunk or squeezing it into a closet, it doesn't take up much space, which is a big win for city dwellers like me. Overall, the Hurtle folding electric scooter combines power, safety, and convenience in a fairly stylish package. It's a solid option if you're looking for something that can handle longer distances, steeper climbs, and still fit in your apartment without taking over your entire living space.